Lads, here we are for episode number 17 of the F1 2014 Career Mode Championship. There's only 2 more races left after this episode, so this championship is coming to a dramatic close very soon. So we're here in qualifying 3. We've set a banker time of 140.6 in Q3. Fernando Alonso in second place. That's a very surprising result so far, but as we cut to the end of the session, we can see Hamilton and Rosberg have now beaten Alonso's time, and now we're trying to better our own time at the end of the session here, running wide through that hairpin, and we're 7 tenths down, but there's no chance we're going to beat that, so may as well park it up and retire from the session. Our first qualifying time was good enough to get us on pole position, so fairly happy with that, and at the back end of this season, we are really starting to, I guess, flex our muscles here in this championship. We're on a bit of a roll. I think in the last 3 races, we've won all of them. So we'll be looking to pretty much continue this into Abu Dhabi because, as you guys know, final race, double points. And if we have an absolute shocker, then we could lose the championship by a long way. So I just want to buy myself a little bit of flexibility as we head into that final race. But here we are. We can see the race strategy, option prime. Tyre wear, as always, it could be a factor, but we did recently get that tyre wear upgrade, which might see us a little bit more comfortable in this race. But here we are on the grid of the US Grand Prix here in Texas, and away we go. Looks like we've actually got off to a decent start. So too with Hamilton, just the front row really getting off to a nice start there as we head into turn 1 now. Is Hamilton going to go up the inside? It looks like he is, but we maintain it around the outside fairly nicely. Alonso getting in there in 3rd place, trying to put some pressure on Hamilton, but it looks like we've got a fairly clear lead now as we head through this S's section in the first sector. I love that sector of the lap, but either way, we're cutting to lap 3 now, and we're slowly starting to eke out a lead here. I believe it's about 1.5 seconds or something like that. Yeah, 1.4 seconds. We're actually going purple on this lap as well, but with the way I was managing my pace in this race, I was using lean revs through the 3rd sector and a little bit through the S section in the 1st sector. I was just using lean revs there just to minimize the wheel spin, save a little bit of fuel, and then on all the straights I was running with fast revs as well. So I was being, I guess, really efficient with my my lap times and my fuel usage, and that allowed me to really pull away. As you can see, lap 8, which is scheduled to come in at the end of this lap, and the tyre wear, I guess, wasn't really a factor in this first stint so far. So it meant that Hamilton actually wasn't able to reel us in, and we were able to sort of eke out the gap to 2.2 seconds at the end of the stint. So here we are for our first pit stop. We're actually going on to the options again because I feel like I can sort of stretch out the gap once again in this stint on the option tyres, and then at the end of the race we'll put on the prime tyres and we'll see how we go really. Next lap we can see all the overcut runners are running for their first pit stop now, and on lap 12 it looks like we're going to go purple here, are we? 41.1, 5 tenths faster than our previous personal best. Lap 15, only 15 laps into this race, we're coming to lap our first of the back markers. It's a Caterham, it's Marcus Ericsson, no surprises there. So look at the gap there to Hamilton, it's actually out to 14 seconds. I'll tell you what happened here, guys. We were slowly eking out the lead ever so much throughout the race, and then through this middle stint we started to pull away by 8 tenths, 9 tenths a lap, and then eventually I think Hamilton had some kind of issue because not only was he losing time to me, he was starting to lose time to Rosberg, and I was wondering if Rosberg was going to pass him and if there was possibly the chance of some team orders happening, because as you guys know, Hamilton is 2nd in the driver's standings, but Rosberg is a long way behind in 3rd place. So it would be in Mercedes' best interest to let Hamilton finish 2nd and get the most amount of points possible, because as it stands, Rosberg has no chance of winning this driver's title, so they may as well let Hamilton have the best chance of getting that. And rejoining on the track, we've just emerged in front of Rosberg, who is yet to make his 2nd pit stop yet. So effectively, we have a pit stop, entire pit stop lead over the field here. And lap 24, we have a safety car, so somebody has retired from this race or maybe even crashed out, I'm not too sure. So what I'm thinking about here, guys, we have a 19-second lead to the cars behind. I think I might just come in for a set of option tyres and then just have a comfortable run to the finish really, because effectively we're not going to lose any positions here. We may as well come in, get this free pit stop, fresh set of tyres, and then once the race is back underway, we can pretty much just bolt away from Hamilton and build a much bigger, well, not a much bigger lead than what we had before, but pretty much just get a comfortable lead like we had before and set some purple lap times in the process. I think it actually gives you some extra rank or extra experience in terms of your career mode rank, but really I don't think anyone cares about their career mode rank, or certainly I haven't. But either way, rejoining on the track, we can see Marussia has unlapped themselves, and then Hamilton rejoins right behind us. So we can see here there's a Marussia trying to get itself back on the lead lap. I tried to follow it through as well, but then the game actually slowed me down there. So trying to maybe expose a flaw there, maybe if there was one, but the game wasn't having it there. So lap 25, I think the safety car will be coming in on the next lap. So we'll get these fresh tyres up to temperature with the tyres. Doesn't really make that much of a difference, to be honest, but I guess every little bit helps. So we'll try and do that. Try and especially get the rear tyres up to temperature. It's definitely an issue on this game. Not really a major issue, but it helps to have the rear tyres up to a decent temperature, so you're not really wheel spinning everywhere. So that can be a bit of a disaster. But here we are getting ready for this restart. I thought I'd slow down and see exactly how slow I could get away with on this game, and I almost slowed it down to walking pace really, and then we had the local cautions thrown out on the track there, so you pretty much get away with almost walking pace there. So I thought that was pretty amusing. But here we go, ready for the restart, and we've actually run wide through the final corner there. That's not going to do our exit speed any good. But coming on to the penultimate lap now, we're just trying to set as many purple lap times as we can, setting a 140.7 there. Only a tenth slower than our previous best that was set in qualifying, a 140.6. So it just shows how much pace we have at this phase of the race. The track has certainly gripped up, and now coming through the final corner now, we got pole position. We're going to get the race win here. And now I think this is our 4th race win in a row here in Cota. And I honestly have no idea if Hamilton has any answer for us in this championship.
Great drive. You dominated the whole weekend. Pole and the race win. Fantastic.
Oh yeah. 4 race wins in a row. I think that might be the first time I've done this. Definitely this season, but it might be the first time ever I've done that in career mode. Either way, it's been a fantastic result for us. Hamilton was fairly lucky to finish second in the end after whatever issues he was nursing through the middle part of the race. Could have been fuel, might have been brakes, I'm not too sure. My engineer didn't really tell me, so it's hard to get a gauge on these things when you just aren't really informed. But he definitely had some kind of issue, because Rosberg definitely caught him up by a long way in the middle part of that race. But in terms of the driver's standings, we caught him by another, well, we've extended the lead by another 7 points. And that makes the lead over 23 points now heading into Brazil. We're looking very good for this championship. Rosberg is 97 points behind in 3rd. I'm not too sure if he's mathematically out of the championship yet. I think he needs 75 points. So yeah, he is out of the championship effectively now. So it's a 2-horse race now between myself and Hamilton in the driver's standings. For the constructors though, it is very close between Mercedes and Ferrari. Just 2 points in it, and I'm not too sure how that's going to go in terms of the constructors. I need Alonso to be just a little bit more consistent, try and put some more pressure on Mercedes, and I think we might have this. So that's been this episode of Career Mode. Leave a like if you enjoyed. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. And until my next video, guys, I'll see you next time.